Hello, it's me, Robin, with Simple Food, Simple Life. Happy Monday. It's let's make some food today. So join me in the kitchen and we're going to make some food. I've got some ingredients here. I'm going to make some chili using what I have. Now, by way of explanation, I want to explain to you about this, what looks like ground beef. This is not ground beef. It is what I call monk's meat, which is actually vital wheat gluten, which is called seitan. And the reason I call it monk's meat is because the history of it is in China, the monks used to make this. They were vegetarians. They would eat this instead of eating meat. And every year they would go to the emperor and they would make his favorite meat-like seitan, and they would present it to him as his favorite dishes. Now, he knew that it was not animal meat, it wasn't meat, but so it became known as monk's meat because they could form the vital wheat gluten, which they made from scratch. They could form that into any type of meat, flavor it as such, and the emperor loved the monk's meat. So this is monk's meat that I made in 2020. I dehydrated it in my dehydrator. I flavored it with some taco seasoning at the time. And so I had a bag of it that was dehydrated, and I pulled it out the other day because I thought, you know what, I want to see if this is good. Is it going to rehydrate to its original state? Lo and behold, it did. I added some more taco seasoning to it, and it tastes perfectly good. Now, vital wheat gluten is simply the protein of the flour. It is the protein, because once it goes through a process, and I have made it from scratch, and I can tell you it's quite a process. Once it goes through that process, all that is left is the protein. The grain is washed away. The protein is all that exists. So it has as much protein, if not more protein, than a serving of animal protein. Now, I reserved this for my tacos, and I'll put a picture of the tacos I had in the community section of the channel. I will do that, but this is what I also rehydrated, and this is from the freezer. So I can use this in any way I want: sloppy joes, tacos, chili, spaghetti, however I would use ground beef, I can use this. And I want you to know that it is very tasty. I also have a plant-based playlist on my channel. If you want to go there, there's all kinds of things, and I do believe I show you how to make, from monk's meat, I show you how to make the replica of McDonald's McRib. So you can check it out if you want to. Now, I want a taco salad, and I want to duplicate the taco salad that we used to get at Tastee-Freez. And Tastee-Freez had a unique taco salad. It was served in a tortilla bowl, and on the bottom of the salad was a scoop of hot chili. And then they put on the lettuce and all of the other ingredients, and including taco filling, taco meat, and cheese, etc., sour cream, the whole works. It was really, really delicious. So with these ingredients, that's what I'm going to attempt to duplicate. Of course, without the tortilla bowl, because I don't have any means to make that, but that would be fine. I'm going to use some tortilla chips in its place. Okay, I chopped up the banana peppers, the remains of the onion. I just had onion pieces. I had a couple of tomatoes and a couple of slices that were going soft, so I wanted to be sure and use those. I did open this can of stewed tomatoes, so I don't know. I'm thinking whether or not I need them. So let's see. I'm going to drain the juice in there. Now, these tomatoes, you see how they compact? They're like slices. So, okay. I think I will just break up a few to put in there. And then maybe I can use the others in something else. I kind of opened them before before I thought it through. So I don't know. We'll see. If you don't know, stewed peppers have peppers and onions in them. So they do have some flavoring rather than just tomato chunks or just plain tomato bits. So turn this heat up a little bit. So you can, that's the difference if you see a stewed tomato. I've measured out a cup of the monk's meat. That's all I'm going to use in that. And it gives me some left for something else. So I'm also going to add some cumin. I'm almost out of this. I have to check, see if I have any more downstairs. I don't know. And I've got some chili powder. Some paprika. I'm going to put some garlic. I had to take a minute and open this bottle. I hadn't opened it yet. What it looks like. Now, I'm going to add a little bit of salt. And some black pepper. Now, I have 1 can left of pinto beans that I canned in 2022. These just have salt. They are not flavored with anything. When I can pinto beans to turn into refried beans, I always season them with some taco seasoning. So, that's my last jar of pinto beans. I've got quite a few bags of pinto beans in my storage, and I'm going to can those up. I find they're very handy, just like if you were to buy a can of beans to cook. So, there's the beans. I have some tomato juice that I canned last year from the glut of tomatoes that my daughter and son-in-law had. Now, I normally like my chili, here's another jar by the way, I normally like my chili really soupy, but I like chili soup, but because this is I want to use this in my taco salad, I'm going to let it cook down until it's going to get nice and thick. The community we lived in was in Illinois, and the Tastee-Freez had really good fast food. It was locally owned, and their ice cream was so good. The taco salad was one of my favorites. They had what they called a Big T burger. Their onion rings were delicious. And when you went up to order, everything was cooked fresh for you. And it was really, really good. You could go in and sit down and really enjoy it. One time my husband and I were in there, and we were having a lunch, and there was an elderly couple at a table across the room, and of course this was many years ago, and the elderly gentleman was wearing a hat, and on the front of the hat it indicated that he was a Pearl Harbor, and I was moved by that, by his service and knowing what Pearl Harbor was. And so when we got ready to leave, we went over to him and thanked him for his service, and I gave him a big hug and told him I really appreciated him, thanked him. He was there with his wife. His wife had dementia, and he said that he had the full care of her at that time. And I thought, as a young man he served, and as an old man married to his wife, he was still serving. And I felt very touched by that. I have never forgotten that experience at the Tastee-Freez. I am proud to say that I am the mother of 2 Navy veterans, the mother-in-law of an Air Force veteran, and the grandmother of a Navy veteran. I am very proud of their service, and I feel that it is something to be proud of by all means. If you are a veteran, or if you are related to a veteran, or the parent of a veteran, grandparent, maybe your parents were veterans, let me know in the comments, and then we can share that and celebrate them with you. All right, when this is cooked down, I'm going to come back and I'll show you what we have. And then, after a bit, I will make up the taco salad and show you how it was put together at Tastee-Freez, as close as I can get using what I have. Okay, this is nice and thick, and I'm going to, for the time being, I'm going to put this in some container or two, and then after a while I'm going to make myself a taco salad. I do want to taste this. That's good. That's really good. Just give you a close-up view of what this looks like. So, all right. I'm going to put this in a couple of containers, and then later on I'll make the taco salad. Just thought I would show you that I went ahead and washed out the jars that the contents of the chili came in, and I just filled it with the chili, and I've got 3 pints. So it's a convenient way to keep extra food in your refrigerator. Okay, I'm going to assemble the taco salad. Now, make sure you let me know in the comments, how do you make taco salad? What do you like in your taco salad? I'd really like to know that, because, you know, sometimes everybody's different. And, of course, I'm just using what I have available. Because I don't have a tortilla shell bowl, I am just using this this bowl. But I'm going to use these queso chips. Now, these are, I bought these at Aldi. If you try these are a bit different. I was kind of surprised about it, and they are zippy, so I will be using those. That's something I'm not sure I would buy them again, but I mean, they're good, they're okay, but they're just different. I've got my chili here made with the monk's meat, the taco meat. I've got some extra monk's meat taco meat that I'm going to use, and I'm going to warm that up in the skillet here. And I've got some tomatoes that I chopped up, and I'm going to put some jalapenos in there. I also have some cheese. I forgot to take that out. I don't have any shredded yellow cheese or cheddar cheese, but I do have some mozzarella, so I'm going to use that. The most important ingredient, other than taco, lettuce. And here's the cheese that I previously shredded up. It's mozzarella. Silly Granny. Okay, let's put the tortilla chips in here. It's not going to look as fun as using a tortilla bowl, but that's okay. I'm okay with it. We do the best we can with the tools we have. Now, in this skillet, I'm warming up the seitan. By the way, that is spelled S-E-I-T-A-N if you want to look it up, or what I call monk's meat. I'm just crisping this up a little bit in a skillet. Now, I had to look this up because back, probably 12 years ago or more, there was a small business in Brooklyn, New York, and it was for, it was a deli or a butcher type deli for vegans, and the name of the business was called Monk's, plural, Monk's Meats, plural. And they were in Brooklyn, New York. Now, evidently in 2023, they closed their doors because it became too expensive to operate, and they had 11 years in business. It was quite interesting, and they made vegan meats that were really, if you were to look at them, you couldn't tell the difference, and with other deli meats. And but it just became too costly for them, so sorry to say they had to close down, and also their online order business as well. So that was, I felt kind of sad about that. So I don't think I'm stepping on anybody's toes by telling you that I just always called it monk's meat when I make it, depending on what I'm making. So I'm going to crisp this up a little bit, and then we're going to assemble this. I do have some tomato, a tomato that I chopped up, and I'm going to warm up the chili in the microwave. Now, just so we're clear, I want to make sure that you understand that Vital Wheat gluten is the original product. It is the protein, strictly the protein from the flour. When it is called seitan, that is the Vital Wheat gluten that has been made into a meat substitute. Okay? So I think there's 17 grams of protein in every 100 grams of Vital Wheat gluten, which that means that, like a little less than 4 ounces, you have 17 grams of protein. Now, Vital Wheat gluten is good to have in your cupboard if you want to make a higher protein bread. That is awesome for that. And also it helps your bread to raise, and it changes the bread. It makes it rise higher and become, it's kind of strange because it's a little more dense as well, because that's the protein of the flour. So you're just making a high protein bread. That's all. That's something good to know. But look it up for yourself. All right, I'm going to assemble this. Sorry to go on so long, but I just wanted to make sure that you knew that. Now, I've warmed my chili in the microwave. That's about a cup or so or more. I have that. And just to get the meltage started, I'm going to put some mozzarella on that. Okay, now on goes the lettuce. Now I've just cut this lettuce in shreds because I think it looks nice that way. Okay, and I'm going to put my taco meat / monk's meat / seitan on there. It's really good, by the way. And it's got kind of a chew to it. You know, like sometimes ground beef has that little bit of a chew to it. It does. So, while this is still hot, put my cheese on there. Now, I don't have any sour cream. In the old Tastee-Freez, they would have put sour cream on there if you wanted it, but I don't have any of that. So, but that's okay. And I am going to drizzle a little ranch on here. So here's my tomato. This is one small tomato, so I'm going to use all of it. Look at the juicy juice there. I put a little bit of kosher salt on the tomato. Or you can use salsa. If you have it, that would be awesome. I'm going to put some of my jalapenos on there. Man, I've got stuff going everywhere today. There's my jalapenos, my jalapenos, as my sister says. And I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of, just a little bit of ranch. Not much. I don't need much. I can't tell you how good this is, whether you use it, whether you make it vegetarian, vegan, whatever you want, or you just use your regular ground beef or whatever you want to use. Great. I can't tell you how good it is with the chili on the bottom. It's like, I don't know, it's really, really good. That's a lot of food. But I'm going to taste it. There's no delicate way to do this, you know. There just isn't. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's really good. The lettuce is still crunchy, cool. The tomatoes are fresh. The chili, it's just that bit of warmth on the bottom. Kind of softens up the tortilla chips a little bit. It's like really, really delicious. Wow. Good. There's my chili. Oh my goodness. There's no delicate way to eat taco salad. I don't care who you are. All right. That is it for me today. I hope you give this a try. Take a look. So good. So delicious. You can't go wrong with this. I'm not kidding you. You can't. Even if you don't have tortilla chips, just break up a tortilla shell. Just any number of ways you can do it. I'm going to sit down and enjoy this. I love you guys. You know I do. As always, you know that little is much when God is in it. Okay? All right. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you guys take care. I will be sure and talk to you in the comments. Make sure you talk to me because I love hearing from you. I hope you're inspired just this much because you inspire me this much. Okay? All right. Love ya. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.